Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video on this miserable rainy day. I'm off on holidays for a week and it hasn't stopped raining yet, so I thought I would make another quick video. This time I'm going to take a look at some artists or acts in my collection that have only ever released one studio album. Now some of these are excellent, some of them are pretty good and some are not very good. So there's 12 in total, and the top 2 or 3 are probably my favourites. So I'm not putting these in any order whatsoever, but I'll leave the best 3 to the end. Okay, the first one up is Rosie Vela, and this is Zazu from the mid-80s. I think it's 1986 or so. And Rosie Vela was a model turned singer-songwriter, but this is the only album she released. It was produced by a couple of the Steely Dan guys, Donald Fagen and Walter Baker, Walter Baker. And I found out that she actually provided backing vocals for one of the concerts Jeff Lynne did for his Zoom tour, which never really happened, I don't believe, in 2000. And I think she may have been involved with Jeff Lynne herself. This is like a soulless soul type album. I don't think it's very good at all. I've only played it once and it just didn't impress me very much. So I may give it another spin, otherwise I'll just probably sit in the shelf to rot. So Rosie Vela, Zazu. Apparently it's actually quite critically acclaimed as well, but I don't think it's that great. Number 11, and we have this album here by Hazy, and this is Battle Hymns for Children Singing, and this is great fun. This was released in 1982 and it has the hits on it, Shiny Shiny and absolutely brilliantly catchy John Wayne is Big Leggy, which is quite a big hit in the UK. Yeah, Hazy Fantasy were Jeremy Healy and Kate Garner, and that was just real good fun. Apparently Jeremy Healy, I was very good friends with Boy George, and this is before Boy George became successful, and I hear that he wasn't too happy when Healy got chart success first with John Wayne as Big Leggy, but anyway, Boy George blew him out of the water after that with Culture Club and Do You Really Want to Hurt Me. But this is a really good fun album and I do play this quite often, and I have it in CD as well. It's just a pity one of the other singles, Holy Joe, wasn't on it as well, which was funny enough. It was the second single, so they put on the first and the third, but they never included the second. So little battle hymns for children singing, Hazy Fantasy. Another one, and this is the local band. I've shown this before. This is the Extremists, and this is from this band's from my town. It's not bad. It's sort of new wave with a slight touch of the Eagles in there. And they used to play the clubs all the time around this area, and it's a good album. And one of the songs off this is Stay the Way You Are, which Paul Young recorded with the Q-tips. So yeah, good album. It's just a pity they never got another one out. I think this is only released in Holland as well. And talking of the Q-tips, the Q-tips only had one studio album as well, and it's this one here, just called the Q-tips. And I think this is really good. It's like a northern type soul type album. It has a lot of covers like The In Crowd, Tracks of My Tears, Some Kind of Wonderful, but it's just a really good fun album. And you know, Paul Young went on to have great success as a solo artist with Wherever I Lay My Hat and Everything Must Change and so forth, but this is a really good sound album. Another one is Tracy. Now Tracy was part of the Respond team. Respond was a label that Paul Weller set up, and you'll see her, she is in the video for the Style Council's Speak Like a Child, and she also was in the Top of the Pops performance for the Jams, Beat Surrender. This came out in 1984. And there's a few Paul Weller songs on it, like the brilliant Far From the Hurting Kind, Dr. Love's Alright. There's a reworking of the Elvis Costello song, Jimmy Porterhouse or something like that, from the Goodbye Cruel World album, and it's called I Love You When You Sleep, which is nice. Souls on Fire is a good song. It's not a bad album, it's a bit fluffy but it's okay. I believe there was talk of her doing a second album. She had a couple of more singles after this, but the second album just never materialised. Another fun one from 1983, and this is great fun, and this is the Bell Stars, and it's just called the Bell Stars, and this has got Sign of the Times, which is a classic pop single on it. It's got their version of Iko Iko on it, and I think the Clapping Song's on this as well. It is indeed, and Indian Summer's a great single too. I've only recently got this and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a great album. So the Bell Stars from '83. Another one from 1980, and it is the Chords and So Far Away, and these guys are a mod band, and I had their two singles, Maybe Tomorrow and Something's Missing, which are good. The rest of the album's okay. It's nothing special. They do a good version of She Said, I believe, on this, yeah, the Revolver track, but it's nothing special, and give me Secret Affair any day over the Chords. Now this one here is a classic album, and I know the lead singer. This is actually really a solo album, a lot of people think, but it's down as Derek and the Dominos, and so I'm going to call it. This one, yes, Layla and Other Sort of Love Songs. I struggle a bit with this. Half of it I think is brilliant, and then half of it I can't be bothered with. I tend to veer more towards the more country numbers rather than the bluesy ones. But obviously it's got Layla, one of the best ever rock songs. But other highlights for me are I Looked Away, I Am Yours, Keep On Growing, Nobody Loves You When You're Down and Out, a brilliant version of Little Wing, the Jimi Hendrix song, and of course Bell Bottom Blues. But the rest of it, it's okay. But yeah, this could nearly be one of those. I would have preferred it to have been a single album. From 1981 I believe this is, and it's Jim Steinman's Bad for Good, and the songs on this were originally going to be the follow-up to Meat Loaf's Bat Out of Hell, but he didn't like them, I believe, and so Dead Ringer came out instead. Now if you had a mix, half a Dead Ringer with half of this, it would have been every bit as good as Bat Out of Hell. But this is actually still very good, and Meat Loaf has covered quite a few of these since. He's done the title track, and he's done Out of the Frying Pan and Into the Fire, and he's also done Surf's Up. But the song for me on this I love is Dancing My Pants. It's almost like the Paradise by the Dashboard Light with the female singer, but it's hilarious, and there's a hilarious video as well. I think he's taking the piss really into that song, but it's so good and it's catchy as hell, and it's about 6 or 7 minutes long. So yeah, I do like this album, Bad for Good by Jim Steinman. Okay, a supergroup, the first of two supergroups, and this is Little Village, and this came out in 1992, features John Hyatt, Jim Keltner, Ry Cooder, and of course the reason why I bought it, Nick Lowe. And this is a good, slick, well recorded album. My only problem with this is there's only sort of 2 Nick Lowe vocals on it, and the rest of them are John Hyatt, which is okay, but I'm not a huge John Hyatt fan. But Do You Want My Job's beautiful. Take Another Look's good. Don't think about her when you're trying to drive. Excellent song, but it's a really good album. But after this, then Nick Lowe went with his almost adult country type music, starting with Impossible Bird. But yeah, Little Village, good album. And another kind of supergroup, and it's more country blues type music, and it's the Notting Hillbillies, Missing Presumed Having a Good Time. And this is Mark Knopfler's side project, with people like Guy Fletcher and Brendan Croker, I believe the name. This is excellent as well. Will You Miss Me is great. Feel Like Going Home's got a fantastic guitar solo. Run Me Down, One Way Gal, but my favourite is Railroad Work Song. Absolutely love this, and I preferred this over the next Dire Straits album, On Every Street. So what is the best of the only one albums, and I don't think it would take too much thought. Sex Pistols, Never Mind the Bollocks. This is brilliant. The 4 hit singles, Anarchy in the UK, God Save the Queen, Pretty Vacant, and Holidays in the Sun, along with 17, Liar, No Feelings, Bodies. EMI, absolutely brilliant. Can't say anything about this, it's really, really good. It's 17 on this, it is. Right, so this would be probably the best of artists that have only ever had one album, and 1977, and I love the cover as well. I always preferred the yellow cover to the pink cover for some reason, don't know why, but anyway. Sex Pistols, never mind the bollocks. Okay, that's 12 albums by artists or acts that have only ever had one studio album. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have another video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.